Hi, Cleta.
Hello.
Cleta.
Hello. Listen, Grace, Roger's going to ask you a question and he wants to know what you think. Is that okay?
Who wants to go first? I'll go first. So lockdown for me has been, I think it's been very restricting, and
it's undescribable how you look and see what the Lord has done with one event. He has showed the whole round world his power to shut them down in a moment's notice.
But for me, man, this is just, what's today? This is Monday. This is just Monday for me, you know, May 18th, 2020. And just another day of business, and the weather's kind of shitty. So that's what it is for me.
Why are we not allowed outside, everybody?
Because of the coronavirus.
Oh, what happened? What's that coronavirus? What's that?
Of the germs.
The way it's been handled, in my opinion, and like, I don't think it's been very, like, it hasn't been made clear to anyone what's going on.
Like, it's a worldwide disaster.
And again, local response has been very effective.
Well, I think actually the evidence was there, and the scientists were trying to let us know that a pandemic was possible.
You know, nothing like this has happened before that they've had to deal with. You know, it's quite a big thing, it's huge. You know, and last time we had something like this, it was like the world wars. So I guess I could say they've done okay.
Government are bullshit.
And all they're doing is they're getting stung with numbers and bright red projections and PowerPoint presentations that are scaring the living shit out of people.
I don't think they trust themselves. I seriously don't think anyone knows what this virus is.
Seriously, if it does it take you to hear him tell you to inject yourself with bleach to realise that this guy is an idiot?
Really?
Yeah, he told people to inject bleach.
Well, he didn't say that.
Who's that? I haven't been paying much attention because it seems like a joke.
He said, we're looking into this, aren't we? Chief medical officer.
To that poor woman.
Really? Yeah, they had to send out loads of adverts saying don't drink bleach.
Really?
She asked a question to Trump and she said like, I think it was something along the lines of, why do we have the highest death toll in the world? Like what is your explanation for that? What are you going to do about that? Kind of along the lines of that. And then he said like, ask China.
Well, didn't it come from Wuhan?
Yeah. I don't.
So isn't that in China? Last I checked.
Yeah.
So that's like saying a dead man is dead. How would that be an offense?
I don't want to fall into urban legends or speculations, but
if you want to, if we want to talk about, let's talk about it. I really don't think it was that severe, this virus in the first place. I think the numbers were hijacked, so to say. They were jacked up. The cause panic and fear.
I know, pick me. That virus came directly from the throne of God.
I don't think that came from no animal or no mammal. That or amphibian, whatever. No bird, nah. Yeah. That came from, that was created.
I believe government not China, no way. I believe nationwide all the government decided on doing planning next 2020. Okay. I'm happy.
You start talking about China and labs and open markets and blah blah. You're missing the boat. The primary cause of all things is the Lord your God.
It's for a bigger agenda that we might not be aware of, or we should be aware of. We just don't realize it.
I get it. Like, I love a conspiracy theory as much as the next man. You get it? Like, do you know what I mean? It's interesting and whatever. It makes you think a different way, but like,
I'm looking at what's happening over there in the UK, man. They got cops coming into people's houses arresting folks. I wish a motherfucker would come in here. You see the realest nigga shit in your life come out.
cool if you believe that, but it's literally dangerous for you to not follow suit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
now you're pressing me, telling me that, you know, I can't go outside. I mean, not that I've followed any of those rules to begin with, but for those individuals who do follow that, that's where the mental degradation comes in.
it's literally just making it worse for everyone else that is already putting their lives on the line.
I'm a 6'7", 220 pound with 8% body fat man. I'm not listening to what the fuck you gotta say, stay in the house. I'm completely healthy.
But sometimes we go out on our bikes because we need fresh air.
So when you see these people out in the streets,
what?
They just need to shut up and stand down, because all they're going to do is go out there as appointed by God, and they're going to get the coronavirus themselves as appointed by God.
You can't tell everyone that God is just ending people off. Like, you don't make that decision.
Even if the numbers are hijacked, people have died from this. So that's one thing that you always have to keep wary and be wary of, and keep in the back of your mind that people are dying from this.
You know, perhaps they're people who haven't experienced death and illness and things like that. Maybe they just don't really know what the reality of it is, and they're just a little bit ignorant.
I know we all going to die one day, and I'm not scared of dying, but I'm scared of dying with this kind of disease.
And like I said, if this virus is like it is, then why they're opening up our country? You would want to keep it locked down, no matter what the protests are. I think you would rather save more lives than to risk even more lives dying.
You know, there's always skepticism. There's people that choose not to vaccinate their children, but then their children die, so...
I wouldn't take a vaccine if you gave it to me and you said...
Get them. Give them to your kids. Get them for yourself. With the exception of that vaccine they give you to so-called protect you from contracting sexually transmitted diseases. Our kids don't get that because our kids don't engage in sexual conduct. So they don't need to be protected from sexually transmitted diseases. But other than that, get them.
I tell you to go piss up a rope sideways, upside down, and wank off. Vaccines are for chumps. My immune system can handle it.
The type of crisis that we've been under will not be the last one.
I do expect it to come back again, like I do, but...
It's coming back again. There's not any question that this is nowhere near done.
Oh,
so stay tuned.
I won't be one of the first to be rushing out of the door, I have to say.
From now, I don't even sleep because I have no choice. The line wants to come. Before that beginning, I'm worried. I think I'm crying, apparently. Now I didn't sleep. What can I do? I have no choice.
I know why people can be afraid. I mean, hell. First time I've seen, you know, violence or whatever, I was 7 years old, if you want to call it. You know, first time I seen a dead body. I think right then and there, that point, whatever the fuck, being afraid or whatever, I mean, I kind of saw natural selection at its point.
We have to consider someone else's point of view. We need to put ourselves in someone else's shoes. It's no longer about me versus them.
Yeah, like, we're not going to achieve anything with this us versus them mentality.
At the end of the day, we need to coexist. We're all interconnected in that sort of sense where we're all still learning, no matter how old we are.
We have more in common. Know what we actually have in common the most? Looking at the people who are putting this bullshit on us, who are pressing us. That's what we got in common the most. So how about we flip the questions to that? See, that's what they don't like.
But we're not all going to agree. And certainly in my professional role, it's not my job to agree with people. It's my job to understand where they're coming from.
It can be scary, but you don't know quite yet where it's going. Hopefully it's leading into a much better world, probably a futuristic world. I mean, they told us with the Jetsons. Remember that cartoon show?
But I can't say that I'm necessarily optimistic.
But it's not just about you we're a community where we live on this world together, and if we're all going down, then you're coming with us. So you might as well just buckle up for the ride, make it easier for us all, you know.
The best is yet to come, baby. Shit, you ain't seen nothing yet. Real deal. You ain't seen nothing yet.